Welcome.
Guys, I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. That was so impressive. I'm kind of beside myself here. If the DCT is a great technology, BMW has introduced something that is as good or better. So this thing has automatic brakes in its adaptive cruise control. Wow, that's so wild. That's not a feature I ever expected to see on a motorcycle. But now that I know it's a thing, I don't think I'll ever recover, guys. You did not tell me that that has adaptive cruise control. Oh my God. I could not believe it. That performed so well, I was speechless. What an incredibly smart feature to add to a motorcycle. Okay, here we go. I'm covering brake. Is it gonna slow down? Oh my God. Color me impressed, guys. Wow, that was not something I expected. You have got to be kidding me. This thing applied brake to slow down as well as downshifting early. 12 miles an hour, cruise control deactivated. So it will take you all the way down to 12 miles an hour, guys. That's, I mean, let's be real, that's wicked cool. That was incredible. And that's only available on the ASA. No. You can do it on a manual transmission too? There's no clutch. We got lucky. Bye. We're gonna be taking this guy. Let's be like a cop, shall we? Hey. Ooh, it's tall. Brake to start the engine. So you have to hold the brake to push that button. Well, this balances rather well. It's a long reach to step down, but oh, that's an interesting engagement. So right off the bat, much more harsh shifting than the DCT. That's second gear. So it stayed in second even though it came almost to a stop. Are there any adjustments that you can make to like when it engages a certain gear? Okay. Yeah. All right, and let's check the mode because maybe that'll have an effect. We're on road mode, okay. We're gonna see what rain behaves like for a minute. I can feel like it, yeah, it's down, it's in second gear and it's not coming out of second gear. Second gear, it waits until you're at like 3 miles an hour to drop into first. Yeah, rain mode is much more forgiving with the throttle. I can wag it like this and nothing happens. So we'll go to road mode real quick. It's in road mode. There's your difference. That's just a little bit of movement in the throttle. And the shifting is pretty smooth here, but I'm gonna put it in dynamic mode. Here we go. Yeah, it's definitely quicker to react. But I'd say only about a 5 to 10% change. Still in second. Still in second. Now it's in first. You have to be going 1 mile an hour. That's strange. That's very strange. I don't know that I like that very much. I would have preferred it dropped into first just a little bit earlier, because coming down to the stop signs or something and you're doing that real low speed, it still stays in second, even down to about 3 to 2 miles an hour. Oh, it shifts early. Not a huge fan. That feels a bit too abrupt. Now, if you're into the sporty type bikes, that might feel familiar to you and you might enjoy that. So I'm not gonna say that it means you shouldn't like the bike because of that. Its downshifts are certainly better, and I don't have to do any rev matching, which is nice.
ASA is an adaptive gearbox, so it's going to learn how you shift, and it will accustom to how you ride and shift. If you bought one in about 3,000 to 4,000 miles, it is going to do that.
And I gotta say, the self-canceling signals, if they are indeed self-canceling signals, are not doing a hot job. They seem to run a bit long in the tooth. Okay, we're gonna go back to road mode, and now we're gonna see how this behaves, because it felt a little bit more like it shifted more smoothly. So this is full height of the windscreen too on this model, which I quite like. This is nice. It's the right amount of air, it feels. I like that this is not an extremely aggressive seating position. Oh yes, road mode, so I'm gonna need to separate my thoughts here. Road mode is definitely the one to be in if you want smoothness. In comparison to the K1600, this Boxer actually feels much nicer. And did you feel that, or well, you wouldn't have felt that, but did you hear that boop as it jumped down into second? That was a really nice downshift. They've definitely got the programming for this done pretty well. The upshift is a little bit abrupt, but not uncomfortably abrupt. And the throttle response is good. Now let's see how cruise control is. There's 63, and braking to come to a stop. Not bad. And down into second again. So it likes second gear for low speed, and oh, you know what? Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm realizing something right now. This is really cool. So if I'm gonna pick which transmission I like for low speed, it's this one. The DCT doesn't do quite as good a job, I think, because it has that hysteresis that I mentioned in my Honda Demo video. I'll link that in the description if you want to see my first impressions of that transmission. Now that was on a Goldwing, mind you, so it's a bigger bike than this, but the low speed on this thing, I was a bit apprehensive about it being in second gear at low speed, but it eliminates that hysteresis. All you do is give it just a hair throttle, and now you got the speed that you want, and it won't shift down into first gear and be really abrupt. So I wonder if that's kind of a band-aid fix for that that hysteresis.
It's going to pick up
how wild
where you're shifting, where your kind of shift points are, and it will start adapt to that, and drive mode will start.
It'll become U drive mode. Now let's see, is she steady? Oh, we're getting a little bit of crosswind, but yeah, nice, very nice. Ride's nice and steady. So I'm noticing something here, which is my cruise control is not going as fast as I was expecting. Can any of you see why? If you guessed it's because it's adaptive cruise control, you guessed correctly. This little indicator right here is showing me that it's maintaining a specific distance with the vehicle in front of me. That is something I did not expect to see. So I'm going to see if I can make any adjustments to that. I will have to ask about that when we get back, but I like that a lot. This is a really great way to just maintain your speed in a group, but you can feel it's reducing speed right now, and now it's picking up again. And I mean, you can clearly see the speed indicated here, but I'm not doing any of that. This is all the bike. I'm just holding it straight. Now I can't tell if that radar is looking directly in front or if it's catching the other bike in front of me as well. It does feel as though it might be. That felt almost like brake. Oh, this should be interesting. I don't want to take any significant risks, but we'll see if as we come to the stoplight, I'm going to hover the brake lever. And hopefully, well, you know what, the next opportunity we get, I'm going to see if I can get this thing to try slowing down to the light. Because that makes me curious if BMW added an auto braking feature. Well, that opened up Pandora's box if you ask me. That's very interesting. What an incredibly smart feature to add to a motorcycle. Okay, here we go. I'm covering brake. Is it going to slow down? Oh my God. Color me impressed, guys. Wow. That was not something I expected. You have got to be kidding me. This thing applied brake to slow down as well as downshifting early. No way. That's groundbreaking. Incredible. Okay, I'm gonna again hover the brake here and see, is she gonna come to a complete stop? Let's see what happens. We're safe, we're protecting the brake here. 12 miles an hour, cruise control deactivated. So it will take you all the way down to 12 miles an hour, guys. That's, wow. That, okay, at low speed, a little heavy, but I mean, let's be real, that's wicked cool. Are you kidding? That's so amazing. Okay, now let's see, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit resume. We're gonna let her do the work. So here we go, I'm off the throttle. It's going 40. I put it up to 90, here we go. Okay, gentle acceleration, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. That's, I'm speechless. Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. That is extremely impressive. I'm letting it do all the work right now. I'm like literally not even having to think. You can see I'm just covering. And we're going to see what happens when I catch the pack. 91. The speed limit's going to go down here, but I'm going to let it slow me down. Yep, there she goes. We're still going pretty quick. Just picking up the pace. Okay, a little bit of abruptness there in the higher speeds. Still really super impressive. I'm just going to bring this down. I'm going to still let it catch up to everybody. Okay, it has opened the distance because of the speed so that I'm not so close. That's fantastic. I'm wow, BMW, like, guys, wow. This is the kind of tech that I want to see on motorcycles. None of this like subscription service BS. I know that's coming too, but good Lord, I'm speechless. This is so cool. Wow. This is a great European model. I like, yeah. If you're into twisties, if you're into riding for the funsies, but you want to go long distances too, I can feel this thing is the right mix. I can see why the ST1300 was end of life by Honda, because this is the kind of bike that killed it. This is better. Honda captured the Goldwing market. BMW's got this one. That's just my opinion. You can tell me your opinion in the comments. But yeah, wow. Okay, again, we're going to cover brake. I'm not actually doing anything over here, just so you know. This hand isn't really, I'm just here for safety. And I'm going to let it do the work. We're paying attention. Paying attention. Oh, it's going to accelerate. Now let's see what happens. Ooh, okay, I had to get it there. So not foolproof, but yeah, I'm still really impressed. That was, I mean, obviously the end user isn't likely to push the system quite like that, but I gotta say, it did brake. So this thing has automatic brakes in its adaptive cruise control. Wow, that's so wild. That's not a feature I ever expected to see on a motorcycle. But now that I know it's a thing, I don't think I'll ever recover, guys. That's absolutely fantastic. This is the way of the future. I'm really, no expectation I was going to be this impressed. Not even a little bit. I mean, like, legitimately, guys, I'm getting a little emotional here. This is just incredible. And this is absolutely the right engine for this technology. And I mean, like, I haven't even explored the, nuance of the handling of this bike. Very neutral handling. It's tall, so if you're a shorter rider, it might be a little bit of an issue for you. You might have to do some training or perhaps a ride height change, but I love it. This thing handles very nicely at low speeds. It's the right kind of geometry. It's a little bit heavier than some other bikes. Even the Goldwing is lighter feeling. And that history is to set low speed, I could see becoming a bit of a problem. But yeah, all things considered, I would do more research to learn a little bit more about the nuance of maintenance on this thing before I would make a purchase. But this, if I were in the market for a new bike, guys, I think this would be the one that I would buy. I'm not joking. I can't even right now. Decent clutch engagement when you're giving it some throttle too in second gear. I could see that possibly wearing it out quickly, but I don't know, perhaps there's some options for allowing it to shift down into first. I think that might be something I would explore, because that would largely eliminate that problem. And if you even perceive it as a problem. That might be a personal preference for me. I like being able to get into that lower gear and having essentially a crawl gear, but it's not completely necessary. And for day-to-day use, just not going to be a factor really. It is just, similar to the K1600, it's a little heavy on the turns for like you're kind of fighting the bars, but for anybody that rides other bikes, that's going to be a very normal thing. Now's our chance to kind of try low speed. It's in first now. Okay, so it will wait until you're going about 3 miles an hour to get into first, but it will actually get into first. And then it's very, yeah, I like that. That's good, stable, low speed handling. Yep, yeah. Guys, I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. That was so impressive. I'm kind of beside myself here. Wow. Well, man, I don't think I have anything else to say. That was just next level. Never expected adaptive cruise control on a motorcycle, and never expected it to function that well. That was just fantastic. So let me know what you think if you've ridden one of these. I'd love to see your comments and your thoughts. Guys, I think, if the DCT is a great technology, BMW has introduced something that is as good or better. This is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.